life, and being married to a governor is an interesting and fascinating journey. But when I look back eventually on this chapter, I think the thing that I will miss most is our ability to be directly connected to our troops. Tim and I have spent a lot of time certainly in travels and trips and lots of events, but when I think of our time in troop deployments in particular, and we have been all over the great state of Minnesota, and in these deployments, and the staff will certainly tell you that he is there every moment, not just in his speech and supporting the troops, but he is there afterwards to shake every single solitary hand. Till the last soldier is gone, every single family member who would like to say hello, until the final people are sweeping up and cleaning up after the event is over. This is an individual who cares about people, and it shows. So, I have told him often that no one on earth other than his very own mother, who, as you know, passed away when he was 16 years old, will ever love him more than his wife does. I adore him, ladies and gentlemen, the kindest, most amazing, remarkable person I have ever met. My husband, Governor Tim.
Mary's a little biased. That's a very, very kind and loving introduction, and I'm supposed to get up and give this big speech, and I'm moved by it, honey. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. The name of this pack is Freedom First, and the antithesis of freedom is tyranny. And tyranny takes a lot of different forms. And sometimes it can happen in big, dramatic moments, but more often it happens in little increments and little ways that add up over time. I had a chance just a few weeks ago to spend some time in California, Hollywood, and to meet with some of the folks connected with the entertainment industry in an effort to try to inform them about what we're doing about this pack and to ask for their help. And learned a lot, at least in that hour or two or three, about the politics inside of Hollywood. And there is a form of tyranny that exists when your livelihood, your reputation in the community is threatened or scorned by people with a lot of power and a lot of decision-making who use it for not very good goals. And so to have John Voight here tonight, to have John Ratzenberger here tonight, and to bring their wonderful friend Shalom to share his story about his wife and his family, is a story really of patriotism. I met an actor, a young actor, established but still young in his career. He shared the story of wanting to be involved more, wanting to step out. But got a call from a very prominent producer who said, "You know, are you affiliated with this one group that's active in Hollywood?" And he sort of was interested, but he said, "No, I'm not really involved with that." And the person said, "That's good, because that wouldn't be good for your career." Now we've got two actors here tonight who have stepped out in a very big way. And when you're the governor of a small state and you're trying to reach a national audience, you need friends. And you need friends who have some ability and some resources and some skills and some networks. And to have these two fine gentlemen, three fine gentlemen, come such a long way to be here tonight under the banner of freedom and out of care and concern for our country. I'm deeply appreciative, John and John. Thank you very much. Now, speaking of Hollywood, one of my favorite movies is the very heavy. It's long and it's involved and it's emotional, so it's not for everybody, but it's Talladega Nights. It involves Will Ferrell. And a great scene in that movie, of course, is he's got his family gathered at the dinner table and they're saying a grace and a blessing over the meal. And the person who's saying, it's Will Ferrell, is playing Ricky Bobby, the role of Ricky Bobby. He's thanking the Lord for everything. He's thanking the Lord for his family. He's thanking the Lord for Taco Bell. And he finally thanks the Lord for his red hot smoking wife. And I've been married for 22 years. to this red hot smoking woman. And I love her more than a day. I appreciate her very much. Everybody in this room is, I hope, a Vikings fan, and even more so now with the arrival of the Brett Favre. And if you ever are discouraged, if you've ever lost hope, if you ever think about what can't happen, think about the 10 least likely things that you thought you might see in your life. And then envision Brett Favre walking out of the tunnel at Lambeau Field in Viking purple.